Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Sunday, October 6th, 2024. Did the earthquake there in Ontario, California, Southern California, wake up? What kind of damage do you have? EMSC says it was a magnitude 4.2. USGS has revised it to a 4.0. They often downgrade these earthquakes. Over 4,334 people have sent in reports to USGS, and a shake alert has been sent out. This earthquake occurred at 3:51 a.m. local time. Why do so many earthquakes happen at night? Good question. This earthquake was in the same location where there was a swarm of earthquakes a month ago on September 8th and 9th. I always say that any earthquake has a 10% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. Back then it started with a sequence of a magnitude 3.9 that was on the 7th, which was about 5 miles in depth. This early morning earthquake occurred about 3.4 miles in depth. It was much shallower. It was reportedly felt as far as Barstow, Nevada. Can you imagine that? Let me bring this out. And as far south as San Diego. And as far as southeast of Calhoun Reservoir, it looks like. Not far from the Salton Sea. I would like to know also what type of damage do you have, because intensity level 5 means it was felt by most people. Yeah, they were woken up. There would have been some breakage. Maybe dishes came out of the cupboards. Broken windows, cracks in your walls, plaster, maybe your foundation. Maybe you should check the water and gas lines. Tall objects would have fallen over also. Here on Twitter, there's some posts of the earthquake. Here's the seismic wave as it came in. And let me bring this down so you can see more. Yeah, very intense. More images of the seismic signature as it came in on different Raspberry Shake monitors, it looks like. And another image, yeah. And another image from Raspberry Shake. Raspberry Shake is small monitors that people might have in their homes that is set up. Right there. Some of the reports I'll show you that were sent into EMSC. USGS does not let us know what the experience of the quake was, but here on EMSC, because of journalists, citizen journalists, we can find out. Ontario, very strong, sharp jolt. Yeah, woke them up, got them out of bed. Big jolt. Another one here says it set off alarms, probably car alarms, maybe home alarms. Maybe this person here is earthquake prepared. Very loud shaking, enough to wake everyone up. Frightening level of tremors, but fortunately doesn't have the appearance of to have knocked things down. According to USGS, there's been 8 earthquakes. Let me pull this over so you can see the aftershocks. A 0.9. I'll put this into miles, how deep it was. Okay, the 0.9, 3.1 miles in depth. A 1.0, 3.8 miles in depth. A 1.9, 3.2 miles in depth. The shallower the earthquake, the more likely it was felt by people and more damage. If it had been a deeper earthquake, less people would have felt it and less damage. We also got a 2.5, 3.7 miles in depth. A 1.2, 3.2 miles in depth. A 2.0, 3 miles in depth. There's the initial, whatever you want to believe, a 4.2 or a 4.0, 3.6 miles in depth. You can see here intensity level 5. And a 2.0. Now, these earthquakes are only what's being reported in the last 24 hours. Now, this only goes back a month. So we got a total of 64 earthquakes within the last month in this location. Let me pull this over and make it larger. Oh, I'm trying to make it larger. You can see most of them. We got the interstate there at the top. And then down here at the bottom, looks like centered is the South Arcadian Boulevard Road. Yeah, if they had a large, devastating earthquake along here, it would be hard for people to travel. And then we got the interstate up over here, where it goes underneath, which would be I-60. I lift that up for you so you can see it better. So what fault lines do we have running here? Well, to the north is the San Andreas fault zone. We also have a triple junction up over here that I got circled in blue. This is where the San Andreas and San Jacinto junction, where they meet up. Interestingly, too, a lot of people want to know what caused this earthquake. We actually got spreading. So the earthquake rose up and pushed towards the north and the south. The first wave of the earthquake came from the north. You can see the P there. They're saying that tension's going to be applied going to the left, which would be west. Another report from Ontario said the jolt lasted about 2 or 3 seconds. It was very strong and loud. In Chino, they said it was a 10-second jiggle. No damage. Reminder to get and update your emergency kit and preparedness for bigger future earthquakes. Yeah, they are getting larger. Mariloma said it was a hard jolt. Lots of shaking. Alerts went off on my phone. Scary. Here's the alert for the shake alert that USGS says. About 20 seconds after the earthquake, it went off for Palmdale. It looks like Santa Monica, Long Beach. Let me bring this down. Let's see here. Looks like San Clemente, Newport Beach. No tsunami warning. Thank God for that. It wasn't closer. We have been having that earthquake swarm by Santa Monica, I believe it was. Yeah, I could be wrong on that. It's early. I still haven't had my cup of coffee. So I could be wrong about that because it's early. 8:13 a.m. Central Daylight Time. 6:13 a.m. local time. Another report from Chino said it was a strong jolt. Everything shook in the house. Windows, lamps, doors, dressers. Very scary. Rancho Cucamonga said there was a good shake. Some things fell in their house. What kind of damage do you have? Upland said it woke them up, heard it coming. That would be the first wave of the earthquake that you hear, the P wave, and then felt a strong shake. Montclair said they had a plastic clock fell off the shelf. Riverside said they heard the rumble coming towards them, then a sharp jolt and movement for about 3 to 4 seconds, whereas Fontana felt it for about 30 seconds. Another report says Riverside, but they live in Arlington section of Riverside. It felt like the house was picked up and slammed to the ground very strongly. About 46 miles southeast, there was a question, said, was this in Los Angeles? Felt it in North County, San Diego. Very ominous, low rumbling sound. So they heard it all the way to San Diego. 2 more reports from San Diego. Carmel Valley, light shake. Another one said the bed moved from side to side for a few seconds, enough to wake me up and realize it was a earthquake. Now that was 151 kilometers south. So that would be a little more than 93 miles. Any earthquake has a chance of being a foreshock, even a month later or longer. For something much larger. Are you earthquake prepared? Now, we also have this other fault zone, which is to the south. And as you know, any earthquake can trigger an earthquake on other faults. This is the Whittier. Yeah, I'm all tongue-tied. Coffee. I need coffee. Yeah. Yeah, this was a pull-apart earthquake, and over to the south, I have another note here drawn out in blue where it's a pull-apart basin. And I've talked about, this one image. Let me show you it again. See the heat that came up? Well, there is magma under the ground there along these different fault zones. And this is the Gilman Hot Springs. I think they're closed now. But the hot springs, the water is heated there because of the magma. Yeah, it just doesn't magically heat up. You have to have a source to heat up that water. So we got Mystic Lakes here and Permis Reservoir. Let me bring this back out. So this is the San Felipe fault zone. And we'll come back up to where these earthquakes are happening. It's right over here to the north west. Yeah. I don't have all the earthquakes marked out. These are from the earthquake swarm that happened on the 7th and the 8th. Yep, another reminder to please be earthquake prepared. So, please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.